Hello everyone, and welcome to the newest episode of Redline Gaming Tutorials. Today we are talking about double taps, wall reads, rebounds, backboard reads, all that rolled into one. I gave you guys a couple examples in that intro. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. So we're going to go over a few tips on how you guys can improve your backboard reads, wall reads in general, and also show you a couple examples, little replays I have here for you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about and visualize it very easily. So let's get right into it. Okay, so tip number one is your approach. You will want to approach the ball after the initial hit, the hit that sends it into the backboard, whether it comes from you or somebody else. The idea here is to match the ball's speed and height. Let's watch how I do this in this replay. The idea is to get to the same height as the ball when you come into contact with it, but actually slightly above the ball. If you can imagine the ball being cut in three parts, a top third, the middle of the ball being the second third, and then the third part being the bottom. You want to hit the top third. That will ensure that the ball goes downward instead of forward into the backboard again. So let's see this frame by frame. Now here I hit the very top third of the ball. Pretty extreme because the ball is very close to the backboard when I made contact. And so the angle is harsher, so the angle in which I have to hit the ball needs to be equally as harsh. Alright, now let's rewind it back. Look at that other one. This got a little fancy here. But there's actually a reason for this. Not just because it looks cool to rotate backwards like that. But by doing that, this is tip number two. By rotating your car backwards, you're killing some of your momentum, slightly, small percentage. And that helps if you are going to overshoot the ball or if you're premature on arrival. It can also throw off the defender as to when your arrival is going to be on the ball. And of course, when you're facing backwards in the middle of the rotation, you can actually tap the boost to slow yourself down even a little bit more if you have to. You see my approach here. One other thing I want to mention is about the hitbox and how that affects your touch. Here I got a pretty decent speed on this touch, 51 miles an hour. But I am boosting into it pretty hard. But you'll notice I hit the ball with the bottom portion of the car closer to the wheels than the hood. This is going to dampen the impact, and it's going to actually slow my car down. And the ball will not arrive at the net as quickly. As most of you probably already know, the hardest part of the hitbox is the front of the car, the bumpers, followed by the hood and roof, followed by the sides, and then the softest at the bottom of the list is the tires, the underside of the car. So the closer you get to the tires, the softer your hit is going to be. This may be necessary depending on the play and the position of you and the ball. But ultimately you want to get as hard of a hit as possible. So you may want to try a different direction. And that's where these other types of air rolls and stuff come in. You want to practice air rolling and getting your car above the ball, but also upside down. Here's a good example of using the upside down trick. I'm trying to rotate the camera here so you can see it in the replay. See where I hit the ball? on the upper third of the ball, upside down. Therefore, I'm using the front bumper of the car. We're using possibly the hood of the car, and getting as hard of a pop on it as I possibly can. This also directs the ball downward. A lot better than if you're using the underside of the car, the lower portion of the bumper. Without any real negative impact to my momentum either, in case I need to recover and get back to play and it doesn't actually end up going in or something. And you can see the result of using this technique. We have a 57-mile-an-hour hit at point blank range, which is going to be very difficult to defend. So for point number 2, you want to practice using different parts of the car, using different angles. The hood, the roof is my preferred part of the car to use because it's a good balance of power and contact area. Let's talk about that for a second. The hardest part on your car, as far as the part that generates the most power, is the front bumper. But this is actually heightened if you hit the ball with the corner of the car. Basic laws of physics. The way this works is if you hit the ball straight on flat with the bumper, you're getting a certain amount of contact area. When you change that same hit to the corner of the bumper, all that force and energy is being focused into a smaller point of contact, and that generates more impact, more momentum on the ball, and you get a faster shot. However, this also means that hitting the ball with the corner of your car is much more difficult because it's a very minute point of contact. So you may want to start out just practicing using the hood and the bumper at first until you get good at it, and then you can start trying to add more power by using the corner of your car. Let's look at another example. This hit here, 61 miles an hour. Same principle, right? Rotate the car upwards, upside down, hit the top third of the ball to your corner, and we have a almost impossible to save shot. Okay, so the third point is simply using lots of free play. You can use the kickoffs to practice. I'll show you how. Especially this kickoff. Just hit it as hard as you can and try and rebound it. Just keep doing this over and over. Smash the ball as hard as you can, full boost. And then try and get the rebound. Remember to match the height of the ball. Try and read that weird bounce off the crossbar. Nope. Also, there's lots of training packs. There's one of my favorites from Mason RL from a long time ago. It's still there. I'll show that to you in a second. On basic rebound practice. Let's go there. Go to browse. And he's right here. Basic rebound practice, Mason RL 9001. I'll try and leave a link with the the code in the description of the video for you guys. Now, my last tip, number 4, is a little secret nobody ever mentions. Well, it's a very easy thing to do. Go to custom training, go to create sequence, skip all this. So go into a new sequence, create a shot, edit that shot, go to edit ball, and look at this. It's so easy. It shows you what's going to happen when the ball hits a certain surface at a certain speed. There's your cheat. There's your cheat. Test shot, and you already know where it's going to go. Alright, to recap, you want to match the ball speed if you're behind it. Match the ball height, most important. Use the upper third of the ball for contact. Use tilt and boost to overcome premature arrival. The harsher the angle, the higher contact needs to be on the ball. Use free play kickoffs and rebound packs for practice. Use the sequence creator to see ball trajectory. If you can master these techniques you put into practice, I promise you guys, this is what you have to look forward to.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to hold your color.